So I wanted to talk to you guys about a premonition that I had. This was a while back. And 2 weeks prior to this, my gut, and I felt like my guides were telling me that I was going to be in danger. It's going to involve Hispanic men, could be a group, 2 men, whatever the case is, but I needed to watch out. So I end up telling one of my friends this, and they're like, girl, you're freaking tripping, like, stop. And I'm like, I'm not gonna freaking stop, because I am notorious for, having these gut feelings when something is about to bad is about to happen, and it happens, okay? I'm never wrong. And so 2 weeks later, I'm attending my son's wake. Yes, he passed away. And all I could focus on, my thoughts were with my son at the moment. I'm grieving, right? So I'm driving home, and when I drive home, I'm usually very perceptive of what's going on in my environment. If I'm being followed home or whatever the case is, because I used to be followed home like every other week. It's crazy, right? So I know the game. And I'm one of those bitches that will constantly make U-turn after U-turn just to make sure someone's not following me. But that day, of course, my thoughts were with my son. As I'm driving home and I park in my carport, a car pulls up and parks right directly behind me where I can't get out of my car. And like a dumbass, I come out of my car, and then there's these 2 Hispanic men in a car. They roll down the window. They were like speaking me in Spanish. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. At that time, my gut and my intuition was like, this is my premonition. I know what the fuck is up, right? And so I start to inch away from my door, and I pull out my phone, and they still kept talking to me in Spanish. And I was like, dude, I don't speak Spanish. I can't help you. And as I move away from the door even more, they open their door and they get out the car, and that's when I freaking bolted. I ran around my neighborhood and I hid behind, yes, an AC unit. Don't ask. And so during that time, I called my ex-boyfriend to hurry up and come save my ass. And he comes, and the whole situation's over. But I felt like because they saw me walking away from that door and pulling out that phone, they didn't chase me. I really did feel that this was going to be a kidnap situation, and also something in regards to sex trafficking here. So the moral of the story is always trust in your gut, always trust in your intuition of what it's telling you when you are in danger. And the other thing is, women, please stay perceptive and be attentive to what's going around in your environment, who is following you home, so you can stay safe. But anyway, that was my story. That was my premonition.